game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time. Look, he's got to play smart now. One more.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth. So on the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Mitchell, and it's Robinson in at the small forward.
I think. This is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him. The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
And prime time gets it to go.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. And that's... It's the Bulls winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Can't be reaching like that, MP. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. Get ready to light it up tonight.
Report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. But don't forget, rivalry continues at our next home game. And the newest design to your selection. Only available for a single night. Come and get yours. Don't forget
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got Randolph. He's out there with Cardinal. And it's Reeves in at the 2 spot. And for the Bulls, Walker out there with Brent. And it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's prime time. And it's Caldwell at the 2. Indoors, when you compare the NBA to other major sports, it seems coaches just don't get as much credit for their strategy and their scheming and game plan.
Hey, Kevin, I think it's a misconception not only about the coaches, but about the NBA specifically, that it's not as complex as other sports. There's so much depth to this game. It is in a constant state of evolution. Once you think you've got the NBA down, I'm promising you it's going to evolve to another direction. This misconception is flat wrong.
Inside, here's Reeves, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Outside, Randolph. Shoots the 3. Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your off.
Okay, bro, what the fuck just happened, bro? Okay, look at this one. I go in. I go for the fucking layup. He barely touched it. What, how? He didn't even touch it? Oh, never mind. Look. That makes no fucking sense. He didn't touch it, bro. What?
Defense for long stretches.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a three-point game, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Thunder shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. For Chicago, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
So we conclude the first half. Thunder out in front, up by 8. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update?
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America, do better.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Chicago Bulls. And that is...
And if you're just... So we see the Thunder get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
This is going to be our 4th loss in 28 years.
You win some, you lose some.
At least you get some extra rest tonight. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Fans live for games like this one.
Starting at point, at 6'3" and 2. Number 7, Mahmoud. Number 7.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You look at the Bulls. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat. And, of course, Brooklyn, pretty far behind right now.
When I look at Chicago, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season. But now, they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. And for the Bulls, they've got Victor Wembanyama, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. Now that we're at the midway point of the season, Richard, what do you say to teams near the top of the standings?
That it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We've got plenty of season left, and even though they've played well so far, you can't afford to get complacent.
Ramos, no good. And here's Chicago. Here's primetime into the lane. Oh! Misses the dunk. And here's the fast break. Ramos, no good. Here's primetime. Banked it in off the glass.
High percentage look right off the bat.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
To the middle. Here's Ramos. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Chicago shooting their first foul shots of the night. He does not get the second one. The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. And here they come. Here's Cook. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game now. That free throw no good.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here are the Bulls with the ball. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And guys, it really was a thrilling duel all the way to the end. You hated to see anyone walk away the loser.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't sap their energy for this game.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Caldwell passes to Primetime. Here's Bradley. Here's Primetime. Again, the Bulls score.
They've come out strong 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Primetime's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And they go to the intentional foul. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for the Nets, Raymond. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Okay, knockout.
Wow. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And he commits the intentional foul. So it's the Chicago Bulls now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And they've got a comfortable lead in large part due to their 3-point shooting. We'll be back in a moment.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough.
And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
I've got a good idea for who I want to see make the cut. So far, these results are close, but I know what I'm thinking. It's right there, Shaq.
Thanks for tuning in.
Just about ready. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure they're...
Can't be reaching like that, MP. This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show 'em what's up.
facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us moment. Here we are, Brent, right in the middle of the season now. How do players stay mentally sharp during this time of year?
Well, it's really coming down to a lot of what the support staff can do for your team. Physically, you want to be in the best condition you can. So are you getting your massages? Are you taking care of your treatments? Are you getting in the weight room to make sure your body is not atrophying in any way? You keep that strength that you put on in the off season. All these.
Chicago has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Taking a look at the Bulls.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 3. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show. Unselfish ball movement usually leads to better shot.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan.
We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Fisher, and it's Russell in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Prime Time's shot is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping.
On the court for Chicago to start the fourth. Count the basket. Prime Time's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. And so they foul intentionally.
Substitution on the court.
Energy out there, MP. You're up.
The Bulls have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. It's blocked, and he recovers it. Down low, second shot opportunity. That one off the back iron and out.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the call will be against Prime Time. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just...
best teams lose at least 10 games a year.
At least you get some extra rest tonight. They call this place the phone booth, so dial up a dump.
Fans live for games like this one.
Coming right up, the Bulls take it. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K. Well, this has all the makings of a great game, Grant. It's a matchup between two Eastern Conference juggernauts.
Oh, B.A., this will be a great test for both sides. They're each loaded with talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if these teams end up meeting in the postseason.
And prime time gets it to go.
An old will finish there with the finger roll. You gotta be committed to a move like that, and he was.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Washington has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot in the Embiid. There's Victor does the shot.
Welcome, everyone.
Now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late. Shoot.
And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly... Wembanyama has been exceptional. And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Wizards call timeout.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Washington's head coach said to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. On the court for Chicago, they've got Victor Wembanyama, and it's prime time in at the 1.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Down low. And he converts the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous.
And so it's Washington who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
Win some, you lose some. At least you get some extra rest tonight. Tough game tonight. Lock in. Why would you ever leave Nike? They're the GOAT.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Pass to Caldwell. Bulls moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And the new power rankings are out, with the regular season coming to a close. Taking a look at Washington. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And I think for Chicago,
and Love's got the ball here for the Wizards. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their move.
Wizards leading by 12, and we have an intentional. And so it's Washington ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside. That's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
His activity on both ends has been remarkable, constantly looking for ways to affect the game and get himself open. You wish all the guys played at this level of intensity, Ernie.
Work ethic has certainly been the name of the game for him. And now let's discuss this game Talk about a strong start for the Washington Wizards.
They know how to draw whistle.
Thanks for spending half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so it's Washington with it. At one point, they led by 16. And he commits the intentional foul. Jackson, he's checked in. Donovan decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Bradley is out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Walker, and it's prime time. And it's Caldwell in a shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Miles with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Miles got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Wizards.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against Wimp.
You have...
So it's Washington who's straight by with the win. This win, such a tremendous...
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day.
At least you get some extra rest tonight.
He about to tear the roof off.
Basketball Association and the Chicago Bulls and therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing out.
Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Chicago Bulls have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last.
Tonight, the stakes are at their highest. A trip to the NBA Finals on the line. You look at the Bulls. This series has played out tougher than they thought. But here they are on their home court, 1 win away from the finals.
And if you're truly a championship team, you have to win Game 7s at home. All great teams are faced with these situations. The legendary ones rise to the occasion.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. 6 on the shot clock. Here's prime time. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere here tonight.
Oh, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
That one drops 4.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Let's go with a 3. Nails it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's prime time. Up and in on the layup. Prime time's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Prime time's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Bulls.
Definitely.
76ers trail by 8. Not sure why he committed the intentional. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2.
Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. It all comes down to a decisive Game 7. Guys, what's it going to take for them to close out this series?
You can't leave anything in the tank. Approach it like you're playing.
Glad you could join us.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. And so they foul intentionally. And they go to the intentional foul. Burt's checked in. Is called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. We've got Wembanyama, and it's Caldwell in at the 2. So, throw it down! Nice!
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And so the Chicago Bulls win the series and will move on.
Lots of credit to the work and effort they poured into winning this conference. You don't take that lightly because it's a significant achievement. They've sent some of the best teams in the East home early. Well done.
But with that success, a reminder that the most difficult part of this journey lies ahead.
True enough, but still, only one team comes out of each conference. And every year is a battle for the chance to go to the finals.
A chance to celebrate this moment because
MP has put himself among the greats this season. Can't be reaching like that, MP. Win tonight, and you will never pay for a meal in this town again.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Two more to go. And then, I'm about to play with a shot.
Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Bulls have been patient, they have endured, and they have prevailed. With a 3-1 series lead, their sights locked on one goal, one epic culmination of an entire NBA season. The Larry O'Brien Trophy could be theirs with just one more win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Which heroes will rise? The NBA playoffs start now.
Will it end tonight? That's the question as one team battles to shut the door on the season. Another hopes to stave off defeat. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players taking a look at Minnesota. They've had some chances in this series, but haven't been able to take advantage. Greg, tonight is their last chance.
And Kevin, there are no tomorrows unless it's vacation planning. But talking to them, they're not ready to concede. If they win here, they go home for Game 6. And if they can win that, anything is possible in a Game 7.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Holland, Baldwin out there with White. Then there's Howard. And it's Hansen in at the 3.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
From outside the arc, Baldwin. No good on the triple. Here's Chicago. Here's primetime. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a historic track record for MP. He has now appeared in 10 NBA Finals. That's right, 10. Puts him great in select company.
Yeah, in the modern era, you think of LeBron James, that consistency of winning and pushing your team to the pinnacle of competition, something that has to be respected and acknowledged.
Pass to Hansen. To the middle. Here's White. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Hansen. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's primetime. Takes it off the glass. Primetime's got 6.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here. Pass to Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Chicago again turning it over.
It's like I literally stopped and just hit one.
So it's the Timberwolves now. It's a 3-point game. And here's White. And the rejection by Wembanyama. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Like what? Like, what is going on?
Hey.
Here's Primetime. An easy 2 points on the layup. Primetime's got his third basket of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
We've got Keith. Primetime is out there with Burke. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Primetime. Softly drops in the floater. Primetime's got 4 points this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
White finds Payne. Back to White. Lets the 3 fly. And the 3 ball is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Primetime. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Back to White. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here he goes.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The tray. White with another miss. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Primetime, and he goes in for the dunk.
He dunked him, bro. Terrible.
That one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Right the pass to Hunt. Back to White. Here's the 3. White with another miss. Bulls have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. That puts them in the lead. Primetime's got 18 points in the game.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Now here's White. He's tightly guarded. Uncovered. Caldwell can't hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And that one is good.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's 1:47 left in the first half of basketball. Called first of the game for Minnesota. They're coming to this game after losing on Saturday.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Berry's checked in, and Hansen subbed in for Payne. Pass to Holland. Back to White. Here's Hansen to end the run. Burke grabs the miss.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And it's Primetime missing.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against the Timberwolves was terrific. He dropped in 38 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Pass to Hansen. Burt grabs the miss. Burt's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
White with it. He's got 11. He takes it in, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Holland with the rebound. Holland's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. 3 seconds left. And it's White getting it to go. White's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us
seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. And that's all for us.
So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. Really an incredible game from primetime.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Howard. Hansen is out there with Howard. Then it's White, and it's Baldwin in at the shooting guard position. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. From downtown, it's all in by the Bulls.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
That one goes. Count it. That's 28 points for prime time.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
White the pass to Baldwin. Here's Hansen. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hansen's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an...
Oh, goodness, man.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. To the inside, White. The layup off target.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Oh, look out! Look out!
That's how you finish.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Offline with his 3.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
There's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the Timberwolves call time here.
What's up, bro? What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna cook right now. You better.
And now, let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. You look at primetime, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Baldwin the pass to Hansen. Now here's Howard. To the left wing. Here's Holland. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute. Just 1 of 5 from the field.
Prime Time's shot is good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Howard. To the wing on the left. Outside, White. Shot to stop the run. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Prime Time's shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside, White takes the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. White's got 18 points in the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And here we go. Here's Baldwin. Chicago grabs the miss. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the lob to the hoop. Howard with the steal. Here's Baldwin. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the paint. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
Right, see it.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Chicago, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And 1:01 left in the 3rd. Here's Baldwin. Scoreless thus far. Minnesota calls timeout. Both teams. Timberwolves trail by 11. Prime Time is out there with Burke. And it's Caldwell in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Count it, good. 42 points for Prime Time.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
White finds Payne. Back to White. Wide open. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
Here's Prime Time. Here's Caldwell. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's White. White with another miss.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Down low, here's Neely. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
So both teams making some changes here. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Timeout called, Timberwolves.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Chicago. Bradley comes in for Burke. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in to the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. Now, he was very encouraging toward his guys. He said, look, you're working hard out there, but I need you to keep doing that. Crucial point right here. Give me everything you have so you can expect intensity out of this huddle. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hansen. Over to the wing. Collins kicks to White. Fires the three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 8 rebounds in this game. It is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Fires for 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
To the inside. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's prime time missing. Timberwolves trail by 19. From deep. That one, no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Those are the
Oh, and it's over. The Chicago Bulls are the new NBA champions.
The Bulls, 81.
All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion, culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there's a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. But pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. Enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.